All right, you're welcome, everyone. This is the School Owners Forum, Nigeria's largest training network of school owners, of teachers, of education stakeholders, school admins, everyone generally. You know, I always say that education business is everyone's business. And if you are gathered in a place, in a school, you may see yourself as a teacher, you may see yourself as a staff, you may even see yourself as a minder, maybe a cleaner or security person, but everyone is working together for the success of that business. You know, let me tell you something. The first thing I will say, of course, is that this is the training for teachers. It is titled The Leadership Attitudes, Skills, and Ethics. Leadership attitudes, skills, and ethics. That is leadership attitudes, leadership skills, leadership ethics, but all for teachers. For teachers, we can, by extension, for school admins, for staffs working in the school generally. And my name is, of course, again, David Adeniji, by the grace of God, convener of the School Owners Forum. I like to continue. I'll start this meeting on this kind of note. Usually, our meetings on the School Owners Forum are like continued discussions. We have been discussing and discussing. So today we are bringing the discussion, we are bringing the argument to the place of the teachers. We want the teachers to see their own place in the whole chain, value chain of the school business. You know, let me tell you the summary of my message to school owners in the last 5 years. Is that number one is that school, there is a difference between school business. So there's a difference between running a school and running school business. You know, when you are running a school, all you are concerned about, and I hope you have taken that, what I just said, there is a difference between running a school and running school business. You know, when you are running a school, all that you are concerned about is how to make the children become good leaders of tomorrow, how to educate them well enough so that they can have an enviable future, how to make them come up with flying colors in their grades and all of that. That is what you do when you run a school. And I tell you of a truth, that is what so many schools are, schools that are not private businesses. I hope you are following me now. Now, if your school is a private school, you are not only interested in running a school. Now, you are also interested in running the business, because there is a part of the business there's a part of the business that has to do with the fact that you must make profit. You know, you must make profit. You must make profit. You must run the school such that the school will be able to pay its staff and pay all the liabilities that it has to pay. You understand? That is the reason why you should understand that running a school is different from running a school business. Now, in running school business, everyone is involved, including teachers. Everyone is involved, including teachers. So teachers are involved just as much as the school owners. Now, the teachers must make sure that as they are teaching the children, the parents are encouraged well enough to come back again the next day. You know, when you are running a school, you don't, the teachers working in a school, working in a place where they are running a school, they don't really care whether the children come back the next day. And that may be the case for a few of our government schools or public schools. That is not to spite anyone. It's wonderful. That is because it is not a business. It's not a business. But for school, for private school, which is a business, private school is a business. So as a teacher, as you are teaching the children, you must be careful to be sure that as you are teaching them, their parents are encouraged enough to pay the next time. You see, by the grace of God, we run schools and all of that. But sometimes I move to areas where my schools are not located, and I have to enroll my children in another school. So let me give you an example of that. Just this term, yesterday I sent my wife took my children to school, and we have to pay school fees. But you know what? As we were giving them that school fees, I was not happy. I was not happy in the sense that I was thinking to myself, do they really deserve these school fees I'm paying? because the performance I saw in the children last term was not encouraging. The performance was not encouraging. And so over the holiday, I was discussing, give me a minute, please. Over the holiday, I was discussing with my wife, can't we get another school? Can't we get another school? So we looked around the whole area, not that there are no other schools, but somehow we just didn't want the children to break that flow of relationship they have already with their friends in the school. What am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is that it is not every time that your parents pay you school fees that they are happy paying it. Sometimes the reason why they are paying is because, they have tried to look for other schools, but they have not gotten another one. But the moment they get the other school, I tell you, they will just make the switch. So, which is why I'm saying that the teachers must be involved. You understand? Teachers must understand that they are all involved in this business. No teacher should run, should do their job as though I'm just only here to work and get paid. There is a syndrome I'm going to spell out later. That syndrome that affects a few of our teachers. You see them working in the school, but they are not there. They are only counting the number of days to the end of the month to another payment. Their minds are not really there. Their spirits. So when you talk about trying to grow the school, they tell you, I'm not involved. I'm not concerned. My own business here is just to work and get paid. That is not the issue. So now, the summary of that, which is my introduction, is that there's something we call the Fourlegged School Growth Strategy. It's a book, actually, but that is the summary of our message on the School Owners Forum, that the school business depends on 4 stakeholders. Now, I'd like you to list the stakeholders on your paper. Let me give you a minute to list the stakeholders in the school business on your paper. Pick your pen and write on your paper. I want to see if you will get it. I know you may get some, but you won't get all. So there are 4 major stakeholders in the running of a school. So let somebody take the microphone position and tell me what those stakeholders are. Let somebody take the microphone position and tell me the one that is not mute now. The one that is not mute. Let someone take that microphone position. Yeah, and tell me the stakeholders in the school business. Is anyone asking my question? Anyone? The 4 stakeholders involved in school business. Yes, someone is raising up their hand, please. Come to the microphone position and tell us.
Okay, good morning, sir. You said 4 months. I managed to now we have the okay, I said the admins, that is the teachers and the parents. I have
from zone, please.
Okay, sorry, you were not. I hope I'm clear now. Now, let me tell you, the 4 stakeholders in the business, in the school business, are number 1, the school owners, number 2, the teachers, number 3, the parents, that is their parent, and number 4. Now, I said someone would think that the number 4 are the learners. No, the students. The students are not stakeholders in this business. And let me explain why. It is their parents that are stakeholders. It is the parents that decided to buy. They made a buying decision.
It is their parents that pay school fees. Of course, the students or the learners advertise your school by doing well outside. But the fourth stakeholder in this business are those who are staffs in the school, but they are not teachers. I call them non-teaching staffs. I call them partners. So the four stakeholders in the run of any school, in the business, not that in the school, the student may be stakeholders in the school, but in the business, we're talking about the school owners, the teachers, their parents, and then the non-teaching staff. Now, each of these stakeholders must be business-oriented. You must be business-minded. So I have not come here to teach you how to write curriculum or how to teach your, how to master your subject matter. That's a wonderful topic, you know. And I've also not come here to learn how to arrange your classrooms or classroom management. No, that is also a good topic. But I've come here today to teach you how to do well with this business, how to contribute your own quota to the well-being of the business, which is why I said leadership, attitude, skills, and ethics. Now, which is why I'm going to make this first point. Look at this point I want to make. And I'd like you to know, okay, you had this introduction. This is School Owners Forum. That is me. You may want to pick my phone number. I believe everyone has it over there. Leadership, attitude, skills, and ethics for teachers. I believe everyone is seeing my slide right now. All right. Okay. And then look at this. There's something I want to show you here, which will interest you a lot. Okay, please. Hold on. Let me show the other one, this other one. Okay, please. I'd like you to see something here, but let me show it. Let me show it. Let me share my slides. Let me share the other slide that has what I want you to see. Okay. All right. Yeah. So this is the other slide that has what I want you to see. And okay. Yeah. So these are the other courses in the program. We have effective school management in case of other times when we want to have this training. We also have another course, school transformation experience program. We call it STEP. These ones are for school owners and the admins. Then for teachers, we also have another course, value booster skills and ethics for staffs. We also have the teacher as a school marketer. We're going to touch it a bit in this class, but it won't be in depth. It's a full day's training. And then we also have a training for support staffs. And we have training for parents also, parent attitudes for support and empowerment. And we also have the one we call the Fourlegged school growth strategy, which is a training and also a book. So back to this class, this is the first statement. Your attitude is your biggest selling point. I like everyone to echo it. I like you to echo it where you are saying your attitude is your biggest selling point. Yeah, thank you very much. Your attitude is your biggest selling point. Now, it is your attitude that we need as teachers. It is your attitude that will help this business do better than it has been doing. I understand that you know your subject matter. You are an experienced teacher. You know your chemistry. You know your onions. You know everything you need to know. Yeah, I appreciate you. I know that you are a good teacher. But you see, all of that may not necessarily add to the lot of the business. I tell you what. If you don't have a good attitude, it will rubbish all of your intelligence. It will make the school look as if they don't know what you are doing. I give you an example. If you are the head of school, for example, and you are very brilliant, but a parent walks to you furious and angry about why her children did not do well last term, only for you to now take it up with the parent and start fighting them, instead of pacifying them and making them see the reason why your school is actually up to the start. And that is attitude. That is a function of attitude. So you must understand that your attitude as a teacher is your biggest selling point. So that is why we talked about leadership, attitude, skills, and ethics. We're going to be looking at components of that attitude of yours that is actually going to help the lot of this business so much. Now, that's what we're going to be looking at. And then let me go to the next point on my slide. And then you see that the first thing I'm going to talk to you about is what I call the effective self-leadership for teachers. You know, when you are talking about leadership attitudes, you want to talk about the individual first. So in the first part of this training, we're going to be looking inward. We're going to be looking at ourselves. We talk to ourselves heart to heart and see for ourselves why our performance has remained the same, why it has not grown beyond what it should be. I like to tell you something. Let me ask you a question. What is in need for you? This teaching job, what is in need for you? You know, some people ask, what is in need for me? The school is not mine. The compound, the facility is not mine. And so why should I put in my best? Why should I carry the job on my head as if I'm the owner? You know, many teachers ask themselves like that. Every time the school owner tells them to do better than they are doing, every time the school owner tells them to improve their performance, they ask themselves, why should I? What is in it for me? Why should I do better than I'm doing? But I'm going to tell you today, I'm going to show you in this class what is in it for you. The moment you see what is in it for you, you will now realize that that school you are looking at is not actually for the owner alone. It's also yours. You are stakeholders in the business. Don't get me wrong. You may not be the owner of the property, but I tell you something. Let me encourage you a bit. There is no school that can run without the teachers. I have seen a school that is running without children, without learners, without students. You know what? You know how? Imagine if you just start a school and you are still waiting for enrollment. You must have teachers, right? So a school can run without the students, even without the parents when there is no enrollment yet. But there is no school. I think let us try putting children in the school or students in the school and there is no teacher. I tell you, very soon we will have a case to answer the Federal Ministry of Education or all of that, because it's going to be trouble. So there is no school that can run without the teachers. I'm encouraging you. I want you to know that in this business, you have a stake. Teachers have a huge stake in every school business. And so in this business, you have a stake. So you must understand that there is something in it for you. I like you to understand that there is something in it for you. And what is in it for you is bigger than your salary. What is in this business for you is bigger than your salary. It's bigger than the money you are receiving at the end of the month. You know, if it is about money alone, then money cannot be commensurate with time. I like you to know that as you are spending your time in that school, what is in it for you is bigger than your salary. And this is what I mean. Let me show you what I mean very quickly for my slides. So you understand that what is in it for you is huge. And that is why you must not take it with levity. You must not take it for granted. You must put in your best and understand that there is something in it for you. So there's something in this job for you. And that is what I want to show you now. Now, let me show you very quickly what is in it for you. Look at this chart. I'd like you to see this chart. There's a chart here. We call it the teacher's time chart. The teacher's time chart. You know, we see that on daily basis, teachers spend an average of 8 hours working in the school. An average of 8 hours working in the school. And that is just something you need to understand. Look at that means if you have spent 1 year in your school, then you must have spent 4 good months walking around in your school. So you should understand that you spend a lot of time working in the school. And so what is in it for you cannot just be the salary, which is always never enough. Well, I used to say jokingly that, can I ask any one of you, do you have the salary of last year, January, in your bank account? Question, do you still have the salary